For sharpening a chainsaw's chain, I would recommend a caliper to measure the length of each cutter on the chain. This is not necessary every time you sharpen the chain. I would use it about every fourth time sharpening. Also a file holder. There are different styles of holders on the market. I don't know the maker of this holder, although I have seen the same style on Amazon. You'll need a round chainsaw file. Be sure to use the right size for your chain. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter file for a .325 pitch chain on my 028 chainsaw. Look in your owner's manual for the right size file for your chain, or just ask your chainsaw dealer for the right file. And a depth gauge. Ask your chainsaw dealer for the right depth gauge for your chain. A flat file usually comes with it. The first step is to use the caliper to find the shortest cutter on the chain. Start measuring at the twin cutters. They are two cutters that come right after each other on the same side of the chain. Work your way around measuring each cutter. Like I mentioned earlier, you only need to do this about every fourth sharpening. Once you know the shortest cutter, you can start sharpening. Install the file holder as shown. Since the file only sharpens in one direction, make sure it is installed properly. You can find the direction the file sharpens by sliding it on your hands. It will feel rough in the direction it files and smooth on the return. Position the file holder on the bar so that you can just pull the chain through it. I'll start with the right side cutters on the chain. You will need to adjust the angle of the file for the type of chain you are sharpening. This chain requires 35 degrees. Check the description for more chain filing angles. Fine-tune the depth screw to position the file slightly higher than the cutter, like this. I'll start sharpening at the twin cutters again to keep track of where I started. Only file outwards on the cutter, like so. File until the link is sharp, then take its measurement to see if it's the same size as the shortest cutter on the chain. If it is larger, continue filing it until it is the same size as the shortest. A sharp cutter will look like this. Done with the right side. Now you need to turn the file holder around for the left side and flip the file. Once again, I set the file angle to 35 degrees. Continue sharpening like before, until all the cutters are sharp and the same length as the shortest one on the chain. Although you don't have to reset the cutter's depth every time you sharpen the chain, I would recommend it since it doesn't take that long. To reset the cutter's depth, place the depth gauge over a cutter so only the small piece of metal before it shows through the hole, like this. Then use the file to file it down until it is flush with the gauge. Do this to all the cutters. Only work on cutters on the flat side of the bar, not near the round end. There, done. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos on my YouTube channel, Fox Know How.